The air in the apartment was thick with the scent of burnt sage, its acrid tang clinging to my throat as I stood frozen in the doorway. My fiancée, Elise, knelt on the hardwood floor, her trembling hands clutching a phone that wasn't mine. The screen's glow illuminated her tear-streaked face, casting shadows that danced like ghosts across her cheekbones. "I didn't mean to look," she whispered, her voice a fragile thread. "But it kept buzzing, and, God, why didn't you tell me?" My heart lurched, a sick Juno-like leap in my chest, as I realized what she'd seen. Not my phone. His phone. The one I'd been texting last night, thinking she was asleep. I forced my legs to move, each step heavy as lead. "Elise, what are you talking about?" My voice sounded foreign, strained, like it belonged to someone else. She held up the phone, mine, unmistakably mine now, and the message on the screen was a blade to my gut. "Meet me tomorrow. Same place. I need you." Not from me. From her. To someone named C. Her hazel eyes, usually so warm, were storms of betrayal. "Who is she?" she asked, her voice breaking. I sank onto the couch, the leather creaking under my weight, and buried my face in my hands. The truth was a noose tightening around my neck, but I couldn't speak it. Not yet. It started 3 months ago. A fleeting moment I barely registered at the time. Elise was working late at the gallery, her new job curating art shows that kept her out past midnight. I was alone, restless, scrolling through my phone when a message popped up from an unknown number. "Hey stranger. Miss me?" A photo followed, a woman in a red dress, her smile coy, her dark hair spilling over bare shoulders. I didn't recognize her. "Wrong number," I typed back, my thumb hovering over the send button. But something stopped me. Curiosity maybe. Or loneliness. "Guess again," she replied. "Coffee shop on 5th. Last spring." My mind flickered to a memory, a woman at the counter, flirting lightly while Elise was in the restroom. We talked for a minute, maybe 2. I gave her my number, a reflex, thinking nothing of it. Elise came back and we left. I forgot her name by the next day. But she didn't forget mine. Her texts came sporadically after that, playful at first, then bolder. "Thinking of you. Wish I could see you." I never responded, but I didn't block her either. Why didn't I? The question gnawed at me now, as Elise's ragged breaths filled the silence. "I can explain," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. "Explain." She stood, the phone clattering to the floor. "You've been texting another woman behind my back, and you can explain?" Her hands balled into fists, her engagement ring glinting like an accusation. "It's not what you think." The words felt hollow, even to me. I hadn't cheated, not physically, but the guilt was a living thing, clawing at my insides. I'd let the messages pile up, read them in secret, felt a thrill I couldn't name. Was that betrayal enough? "Then what is it, Ben?" Her voice cracked, and she sank to her knees in front of me, searching my face for something I wasn't sure I could give her. "Tell me." The first red flag was subtle, a missed call I didn't mention. Elise was in the shower, and my phone lit up with her name. Clara, I'd learned by then. I let it go to voicemail, her voice a sultry purr. "Hey you. Just thinking about that smile." I deleted it, my pulse racing, telling myself it meant nothing. But the messages kept coming, each one a little more intimate, a little harder to ignore. I'd sit in the dark, the blue light of my phone casting shadows, reading words I should have erased. I told myself I was just being polite, not engaging. But every time I didn't respond, Clara's text grew more daring, like she could sense my hesitation. "I know you're reading this. Why don't you answer?" I'd stare at the screen, my thumb hovering, my heart a traitor. Elise would be asleep beside me, her breathing soft and steady, and I'd feel the weight of my silence like a stone in my chest. Now as she knelt before me, her eyes pleading for the truth, I couldn't look at her. "Her name's Clara," I said finally, the words ash in my mouth. "I met her once, at that coffee shop we went to. She got my number. I don't know how. I never." I stopped, swallowing hard. "I never met up with her, Elise. I swear." "Then why didn't you tell me?" Her voice was a raw wound. "Why didn't you block her?" I didn't have an answer. Not a good one. "I don't know," I admitted, my voice breaking. "It was exciting, I guess. Stupid. I wasn't going to do anything. I love you." Her laugh was bitter, sharp as glass. You love me, but you let some stranger send you this? She grabbed the phone, shoving the screen in my face. I can't stop thinking about you. My stomach twisted. I didn't ask for it, I said, but the words sounded weak, defensive. You didn't stop it either. She stood, pacing the room, her bare feet silent on the hardwood. The sage smoke curled around her like a shroud, and I wondered if she'd burned it to cleanse something she couldn't name. The apartment felt smaller now, the walls closing in with every word. The city hummed outside, distant sirens and streetlights flickering through the window, but inside, it was just us and the truth I couldn't escape. I'd rationalized it all. Clara was nothing, a ghost in my phone, a fantasy I'd never act on. But Elise's eyes told me it wasn't nothing. It was everything. I'm sorry, I said, standing to face her. My hands reached out, but she flinched, and it was like a slap. I should have told you. I should have stopped it. I don't know why I didn't. Because you liked it. Her voice was steady now, cold. You liked the attention. You liked the idea of someone else wanting you. She stepped closer, her gaze piercing. Did you want her too? No, the word came too fast, too desperate. Did I? The thought was a splinter in my mind, sharp and unwelcome. I'd never met Clara again, never touched her, but I'd let her words linger. Let them fill the cracks of my loneliness. Was that enough? Elise turned away, her shoulders trembling. I trusted you, Ben. I trusted us. Her voice broke, and I felt the ground shift beneath me. I've been working so hard, trying to build something for us, and you've been what? Texting some woman who wants to sleep with you. It wasn't like that. But it was, wasn't it? Not the act, but the intent. The betrayal wasn't in my body, it was in my silence. She spun around, her eyes blazing. Then what was it like? Tell me, because I'm trying so hard to understand how the man I love could do this. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. The truth was a maze I couldn't navigate. I loved Elise, her laugh, her warmth, the way she made every moment brighter. But Clara's messages were a dark thrill. A secret I kept because it felt safe. A game I thought I'd never play. The silence stretched, heavy as fog. Elise picked up the phone again, scrolling through the messages with a look of grim determination. She knows things about you, she said softly, almost to herself. Your favorite bar. That scar on your shoulder. Her eyes met mine, and I saw something new, fear. How does she know, Ben? My blood ran cold. I hadn't told Clara those things. I hadn't told her anything. I don't know, I said, my voice shaking. I never. Stop lying, she shouted, throwing the phone at the couch. It bounced, landing face up, Clara's words glowing like a curse. She knows you. She's been watching you. The room spun. I grabbed the phone, scrolling through the messages with frantic fingers. Details I'd never shared. My morning run, the book on my nightstand, the whiskey I drank last week. My breath hitched. Elise, I swear, I didn't tell her anything. I don't know how she. She's stalking you, Elise said, her voice a whisper now, her anger giving way to dread. And you let her. You let her into our lives. I felt the world tilt, the truth sharper than any knife. Clara wasn't just a stranger. She was something else, something darker. And I'd let her in, with every message I didn't delete, every secret I kept. Elise sank to the floor, her face in her hands. What do we do now? She asked, her voice so small it broke me. I knelt beside her, my heart pounding. We figure it out. Together. But as I reached for her, the phone buzzed again. A new message from Clara. I'm outside. Look out your window. We froze, our eyes locked in shared terror. The betrayal wasn't just mine anymore. It was hers. And she was here.